What do I say?
G'day, friends.
Come here and say it into the microphone. You don't have to be on camera. Just come and say it to the microphone, Mossy.
G'day, friends.
What do I say after that?
It's Big Deno here.
G'day, friends. Welcome. It's Big Deno Paints. We're painting some toy soldiers. What a great time to be alive. Yes, it's exciting. Mossy's here making fun of me. But we're going to paint these guys. Camera shy. Yes, she is camera shy. But if you were dating me, you would definitely be camera shy as well, mate. Nobody wants to be associated with me in real life. This will be the last stream painting Chronicles of Drunagor, because I have only got, well, I've got heroes left, but I'm not going to paint the heroes yet. I've got these four, these four, these four, which is all of the expansion monsters, everything, and that is 3, 8, 11, 15, 26 by 4. So it's 120 odd models in the last week and a bit. So it's a good track record. Good strike rate. It's actually amazing. And I'm very pleased with myself, but I'm getting urges to paint some good stuff. Been having those urges for years. Maybe one day it'll happen. But it's always fun going back and painting board games models when you've been doing display stuff and serious stuff for a while. It's just something very relaxing and satisfying about not focusing too much on the result, just the actual physical act of painting. And there's probably a lesson in that for all of us, really. And that lesson is focus on what you're doing and not the result. And that's the key to true joy in life, isn't it? Well, it is for me. Hello there, Timbo. Hello, Match Fixer. Well, it's a good analogy. I do absolutely enjoy painting display figures, and having a break every now and then is a good thing. But I do think that sometimes the going away from it for a bit, display painting I mean, is actually a one of the best ways to improve at it, because you spend so much time focusing on it. You spend so much time thinking, what do I need to do to get better? What's the next steps? And sometimes the best thing you can do, the next steps, is just sit down and paint some fucking models. So that's my advice to you all, friends, on this fine Monday evening. Paint some more fucking models. It was a great day yesterday. The Cowboys had a fucking huge win. Go the Cowboys. It's going to be a great day tomorrow as I'm going to fly to New South Wales. That part's less exciting actually, but it's happening. So make the best of it. And yeah, Life's good. Yes, yes, my first trip. What will probably be the first of many over the next few months. Thank you, Matchfixer. 18 months. Hey, Matchfixer, tell me, did you get into Earthborn Rangers? Did you buy in on that one, mate? Fuck. Trying to buy a fucking copy, man. Can't find it anywhere. No fucking dog anywhere will sell it to me. Normally I just post in my Board Games of Oz marketplace, and I'll be like, hello there friends, I would like to buy this. It's usually someone who's got a copy. They're like, yeah man, I got a copy, I'm not going to play it, here it is. And I'll say, sweet, how much? And they'll say, over's what it should be paid, because it's the game that I want and not one they're selling. And I'll say, great, and then I'll pay them a little bit more, and everyone wins. However, for this game, nobody's winning. And by nobody, I mean me. I'm not winning. And that's fucking bullshit. I don't handle disappointment well. Just lucky my girlfriend does. Did you catch that, Mossy? Well, anyway, I'm actually really upset about that game. Well, if anyone has a copy that you know of, Earthborn Rangers, hook a brother up. I'll be forever in your debt. Forever in your debt. And let me explain why I'm just so interested in playing this game. So it's an LCG in the same vein of Marvel Champions, Arkham Horror, and the other one, Lord of the Rings LCG, that they do. Similar style game, but it reminds me so much of a computer game I used to play when I was a little fella, called Secret of Mana. Did you ever play Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo? My God, I'm not a computer gamer, and I don't think I've played many computer games since. But fuck, I was a fiend on the Super Nintendo in the younger days, and that game, Secret of Mana. I think if I was to reflect on how many games I've played in my life, how many computer games I've played, I could count the number of games that I've finished and played to completion on one hand. I would think there would be 5. Super Mario World, actually Super Mario on the Wii, I completed it multiple times. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on the PlayStation, completed that. Warcraft 3, I completed the storyline. Mate, I very rarely finish things to completion. Just ask my girlfriend. But anyway, the final one, Secret of Mana. And I have completed Secret of Mana probably about 5 times. It is just a glorious game. It was probably one of the original RPGs. Came out around the same era as Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. There's another one I finished. Did actually finish Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past as well. It was just fucking amazing game. you start as this little dude and you pick up a magic sword, and then you find yourself, you know, trundling all over the this imaginary countryside, which fused technology and magic in a super cool way. And that is what I think this game is going to do. Earthborn Rangers. Maybe not so much magic, although I'm yet to see it. Yeah, I've got the reprint option up the sleeve, which I can take if I want to. I don't really want to. I'd much rather wait 0 days and have it now. I'm not a patient man. I'm sure most of you knew that already from watching me paint toy soldiers, but I'm not a patient man. Anyway, in the game Earthborn Rangers, you are a ranger tasked to defend nature. Humans decided that they were a plague on society and that they were destroying the earth, and so they all moved underground and left the world to fend for itself for thousands of generations. I don't know how many generations, I haven't really read that much into it. And they come back up and the world has revitalised itself back to life, but everything is just a little bit different. Things have mutated, things have changed, and you find this valley and you're a ranger and your job is to protect the natural environment. And I'll tell you why I'm interested in this game, obviously the Secret of Mana stuff, but it's an LCG. I've played quite a few LCGs, the Marvel Champions card game, which I think I've got racked up over 100 plays of Marvel Champions, which is quite a lot. And I've played a few campaigns of Arkham Horror with both Sheldon, my friend Sheldon, and Darren. I've never played the Lord of the Rings one, although I nearly did go into it a little while ago. And I really like deck building. You know, that's a fun and interesting game style. Well, yeah, there's Arkham Horror the card game, and then there's Arkham Horror the board game. So I'm specifically referring to Arkham Horror the card game, but the Arkham Horror board game is also good. Anyway, so you build your deck, and it's a very open deck type of thing, and then there's no bosses to fight, there's no like, this is what you have to do. You literally just wander around this world exploring shit and meeting people, and they might give you little jobs. The first job you get in the game is, hey, I've got these biscuits, can you please deliver them to this fucking place in the next valley over? And you're like, sweet, we'll drop off your biscuits for you. That's it. And you might encounter, you know, wild animals that want to hurt you and bite you and stuff, but you can drive them away, or you can try and convince them to join your, you know, that you're not there to hurt them. All this sort of stuff. Open world exploration in a way that I've not seen many times before. So it just sounds really good. So I'd like to try it out. I'd like to try it out a lot. And it's absolutely infuriating me that I can't. But there you go. In the words of someone who sings that song, you can't always get what you want. It's probably not a bad thing anyway, given that I've just spent 2 weeks painting Chronicles of Drunagor, and were I to find a copy of this game, I would probably shelve Chronicles of Drunagor and start playing it straight away. So, maybe for the best. But if you haven't been watching Chronicles of Drunagor, I have been uploading games to my YouTube channel. I played it yesterday. It is very much a Dungeons and Dragons style game. very much in that vein of crawling through a dungeon, facing off against evil monsters, and it's actually really good, really good. Probably the best dungeon crawler that I've played, and that's not an insignificant comment because I've played a lot. So great mechanically, interesting. So one of the challenges with dungeon crawlers is integrating a story in a way that works. And this game uses this really innovative. I don't know if it's innovative, but it feels innovative to me when you do it. Opening doors. So they have these little cardboard doors that you put on the edge of a map, and the map setup is just like, cool, set up this one room. Here's the monsters in this one room. And you're like, cool. And then you go exploring and you open the door and it's like, haha, here's all these monsters as well. You weren't expecting that. But it changes the game, like it adds little story beats. So it's cool. Yeah, you can see my playthrough on the lovely YouTube channel, Big Dino Paints. Currently have 5 episodes, I think, of this game that I'm painting. I'll probably end up selling this game once I've completed the game through a couple of times, but who knows? May not. May keep a hold of it. G'day, Cragzog. What colour for the cloak? These guys are called corrupted farmers, so yeah. Let's go orangey. For anyone in Brisbane, the Brisbane Display Painters Guild is gaining some momentum. The Discord's pumping. I've done absolutely nothing, which feels wonderful. They even sent out a survey the other night. Let's find out more about what people like. Didn't participate in the survey. Just doing absolutely nothing. Feels good. No, I think I expressed it to a couple of people and maybe on this channel before. My time is spent with the Crimson Brush, and so this was just something else that would have involved more legwork for me. G'day! No one has his name 3. Well, depending on how serious you think your friend is going to be about getting into miniature painting, they make a series of figures called Reaper Bones, and they're very inexpensive. You know, $3, $4, $5 a model. I would be steering you towards something like those for a first-time miniature painter. Significantly, hello Yon, significantly cheaper than the Games Workshop sort of introductory options, and the quality is good enough to get you going. So I would steer you towards a Reaper Bones range figure. If you're not sure if the person's actually going to like it, if it's a true intro. If you are confident they are going to like it, the only downside of the Reaper Bones figures is that they're not very high quality. Then I would actually probably steer you towards a board game, quite similar to the one I'm doing now. These are made out of a PVC plastic. Again, the detail's not as high as some of the other ranges, but they're very cheap. So this board game has about, I don't know, 100 models. It costs $250, $2.50 a pop. There's quite a few board games that would serve a similar purpose. Something like Massive Darkness, Blood Rage, something like that can be fun little ones to try painting on. G'day, Jared. Yes, now that Jared's here, you're welcome, mate. Brisbane Display Painters Guild, going from strength to strength, and also doing it without any involvement from me. So, great to hear. Great stuff. I've had a number of people express interest in coming over for Crimson this year. I've actually had 3 people express interest. Internationals. And this is the year, this is the year where I was like, I'm not going to do anything this year for internationals. If they want to come over, they're welcome to come over, but it's a no from me. And of course, this is the year when I just have a laundry list of people wanting to come along. So there's a sculptor. His name is Valbjorn. James Wapple. And one more, can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I'm not doing fuck all this year for fucking international painters. Last year nearly broke me. I've got a real job at the moment. Sort of. Sort of. So we'll see what happens, friends. I feel like Bucks and I talked about it. Bucks and I talked about it a little while ago, probably on here, I think, and we said, we want Australia and our event to stand on its own 2 legs. We used the draw card of international painters early on to drum up the prestige of the event internationally, and we've now got Jared as well as Dave as international painters of renown, so we can probably get away without having an international guest to prop us up. But is that true? Is it? Am I setting our event up to fail if I don't bring an international guest over? These are the things. These are the things I worry about. Buxo. Coming in hot. Mate, it's a wonderful mindset. It's a wonderful mentality. And I believe in it. Shots fired, Timbo. So in the Chronicles of Drunicore, I just did a mission, which just recently uploaded to YouTube, where I was arrived at a city that was under siege, and I had to run through the city streets, trying to slow down the horde of monsters that were attacking. It was actually amazing and very, very close to losing. And it's a combined mission, so you don't get to have a rest and, you know, recuperate before the next one. So I've dived straight into this inner sanctum where I'm now about to go again. One of my guys has got a trauma cube, so it's very close. I might not make it. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. Oh yeah. ¿Por qué no los dos? Bucks is jealous. It's a bit much of that stuff, don't I? Oh, g'day, Kaylin. 13 months. I feel like you have better things to do with your life than watch me for 13 months, Kaylin. Just saying. Have you done 3 Athenes, Jared? Or you done 2? That's a good model. I could paint it a second time for sure. Yeah. I don't know if we talked about this on stream, but I've done a couple of models twice, and it's always a really interesting exercise. Because I feel like you learn a lot from the first attempt, and you learn a lot about the volumes, and then obviously you also progress and improve as a painter over that period of time as well. So yeah, it's always interesting. And who knows, maybe Jared, if he does a 3rd one or a 4th one, he might actually do one that's good. So that was uncalled for, Jared. You're a wonderful painter and a wonderful man. I'm just very agitated about the fact that I don't have this game. So agitated. That was easy though. That was low hanging fruit. I'll tell you what else I'm waiting for that's annoying me. My Black Knight hasn't shipped yet. Neither's my Millennium Butcher from Kingdom Death. Neither of them have shipped. Here's me just sitting there looking at other people getting their fucking Black Knights, getting to play their fucking Squire campaign. It's just some bullshit. No, come over it. That was funny. Alright. Kaylin! How's life going if you're still there? Haven't seen you in forever. I'm in Sydney next week, or this week, if you want to join me in Sydney. Best I can do. Closest I can get. I'll keep you in the loop, mate. Wednesday night is maybe my only night, but it's just going to depend. Yeah, it's just going to depend, mate, because I was planning out my trip today. Why the fuck is Sydney so big? Like, what sort of shit is this? Where it's going to take me like fucking 6 hours of driving each day to go visit my fucking stores. What the fuck is that? Like, Sydney can just get absolutely fucked. Way too big. Like, I get off the airport, I get out of the airport, and I'm going to drive to St Mary's, and I was like, oh, that'll be like 20 minutes away. It's a fucking hour and 10-minute drive. What the fuck is that? Wow. They didn't have me as a boss before Kaylin, did they? Thank you, Mia Faloa. How about you check out some of my other art? Here's one that I did earlier. I think you can still see the painting of that on YouTube, actually, but I don't actually remember how much I did on YouTube. Did I do that on YouTube? Was that around? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I streamed that. Hey. Yeah, you'll have to remind me, friends, because I actually do not remember. Surely I did. Conor McGregor. Stay positive, mate. Things will turn around. Good things will come. You know me, mate. Every cloud has a silver lining. Craig Zog. He called it. He called it early. Here's another one I did. Don't hate me because you ain't me, friends. I'll say this now. Every person on this chat could do the same thing. Easily. Easily. Jared did it. Did a super cool dwarf diorama. The dragon head poking through the window. It was legit. Not really a window, it was a forest, but... Everyone could do it, mate. Hello, Anna Croce 28. Good luck with your meetings. It's a wonderful day, a Monday. I'm sure your meetings will go well. Look, let me say this about diorama building and everything in general. Leveling up your skills, the best way to level them up is a JFDI. My hair was darker back then, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all, mate. Does it surprise you? You don't really notice the years as they tick along until you go back and look at them. And then they hit you. Anyway, still going to throw it out there. Anyone got a copy of Earthborn Rangers? I would like to partake in your Earthborn Rangers, so sell it to me. Jared has Earthborn Rangers, does he? The guy who never bought games. He bought a copy of it, did he? Alright. For some reason, I don't believe you. But I also know that if Jared did have a copy, and he knew I wanted it, he'd give me the shirt off his back. In fact, just this week he tried to send me a present. And he obviously knows just how much I enjoy birthdays. I'll give you the tip. It's not much. Yeah, Buxo was... oh shit, did I miss yours, Bucks? Fuck, mate. Sorry. Buxo's is the 9th, Jared's is the 6th. Well, this is the other way around. Is Jared's the 6th? Is Jared's the 9th? See? Yeah, right. Okay. Well, happy birthday, Jared. I'm sorry I missed it. I'm sure I did. I don't like birthdays, mate. Sorry. Mine is the 7th. Last week. Managed to get out of it without too much happening. Thank you, mate. Don't say it again, or I'll murder you. No, I'll say this, right? Because it absolutely infuriated my girlfriend, who wanted to buy me presents and things. And I was like, just don't fucking buy me anything. Just don't do anything. I don't want anything. All I want is this game that I can't buy. But in general, I don't want any presents. I have everything I want already. I don't want any more. I'm happy. I'm A-OK. Just come hang out with me. That'll be fine. Anyway. Alright, so I haven't got around to Avatar: The Last Airbender yet on Netflix, but I did finally finish Reacher last night, which if you have not watched, I recommend. It was good. Good, actually. Just repeat it again on here. If anyone in the chat has a copy of Earthborn Rangers that they'd like to sell me for my birthday, I will graciously accept that as a birthday present. That is about all I'll accept. It was good. Jack Reach Around. It was very good. Second season. Liked it. Third season coming. Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. Alright, what do I need to do? Black. And orange. G'day, Minimancer. In case anyone was wondering who Sebastian Miniatures is, it's Minimancer. He just changed his name like a fucking dickhead. We all know you did as well, Cragzog. You definitely said it, but I wasn't paying enough attention, mate. I'm sure it was a great name. Winnie Manson's got tenure, mate. He's been here for 2 years. Pretty sure you've only been here for like, I got no idea. Maybe 6 months actually. Let me think. Tell me what it was. I might be able to tell you how long you've been here. It was bootleg or something. Was I close? There you go. Look at that. The real quirky cat. I remember that. Now that you told me. So it won't be a super long stream tonight, friends. I'm flying to fucking Sydney at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So won't be here for a long time, but hopefully I'll be here for a good time. Got any jobs going, Timbo? Particular experience in managing teams of people, coaching for performance, and multi-site management. I wish that were true. That would be awesome. Be like changing your legal name to Trogdor, the Trogdorian. Trogdor! Burninating the countryside. Burninating the peasants. Close. My legal name is Trent Big Deno Dennison. This guy looks just like my friend Simon. Little man bun and all. That's going to do it for these corrupted farmers. I did order the Goblin. It's the first spear I've ordered in a while, and I feel really good about it. I feel really good. Yeah. Great choice from me. Cracking, yeah. Absolute banger. Idiot, Deno. You're a fucking idiot sometimes. No, it's one of the best spears in a while. Well, I say that. I regret not getting the Fates, the Moire. And I don't think that objectively any of his stuff has been bad. But I just have a particular taste in what I like to paint, and some of the stuff he's done recently has not been in that genre for me. But yeah, that guy is most definitely in my genre. As you all know. So I thought I'd try something fun with this series of painting of these little guys, which is I have painted them with this synthetic brush from Broken Toad. The entire paint job on pretty much every model is using this synthetic brush. Now, I will of course admit to using a smaller brush on infrequent occasions, but I just thought I would see that I would test myself. Yeah. If a really poor piece of equipment can actually hinder you significantly. So I thought it'd be an interesting exercise. Now, I'll say this, it's not actually a poor piece of equipment, it's a synthetic brush that has lasted and done a pretty good job for a long time. So I've painted 100 models in the last week and a bit, and the brush is still alive and still kicking. It does not have a point, but it has not had a point since about the first 2 minutes of its use. You cannot you can't replicate a sable brush with a synthetic fibre, whatever it is, you can't do it. But doesn't mean it's not good. It holds the paint well. I can absolutely smash it around and not feel worried about it in the slightest. And although the end has tilted slightly, hooked slightly, still I'm able to get a relatively fine control, because the hook itself is pretty stable, as dumb as that sounds. So, I know where the hook is and you can work around it. So would I recommend this brush? Probably not. But I might recommend it to a new painter and say, hey, just have a play around with this. So I thought that was a fun exercise to do. And at this point now, I've painted up nearly the whole collection in this brush, so I might as well finish it off. Only on the very smallest ones, smallest details, did I switch to a smaller brush. It is a size 1 Broken Toad. Yeah. Done a mountain of work. So the next event coming up, the Arc Open, Victoria, Actually, not that far away. 6 weeks, I think. Sounds about right. 6 weeks away for the Arc Open. At this point in time, I've got 4 models going. It's Neon Knights, which counts as 1. That still only counts as 1! And the Dwarves, the Wizard, stuff. So, conservatively, I'd like to bring 6 things down. So I want to paint 2 more things before then. Conservatively. What those 2 things will be, who's to say? Six. You got it. These things will be mostly airbrush, I think. Oh, these are cool little dudes. These are the faceless things. Yeah, sick. Yeah, the cleric lady from Inu is assembled and ready to go. She is right here. Wrong yaw, Jared. Ugh. I've got a feeling she'll be one of them. I want to try and do something interesting with my non-metallic metals. Well, something interesting with non-metallic metals. I haven't done anything interesting in a long time. I think you could be right, mate. I think we need pistachio. I think we need all sorts of colours, mate. Just whatever we can get in there. Okay, let's go. Everything needs more pistachio. More pistachio! Alright, I've got extra stuff, so it's wasteful to not do this, but I hate holding other things like this. There is one model I actually have not painted for this collection, well, other than the heroes, that is sitting over there that I am going to paint. Check this out, it's actually fucking sick. Dragon! Victoria Lamb and Peter from Twisted. Can't remember his last name. His name's Peter, I think. Peter Overton, thank you, Jared. Great man. vampiric flesh. Oh, it's already out, idiot. Alright, I reckon we'll finish these 4 and we'll call it a night. So these ones will be fun. These are just like little torsos with little snaky guys and empty heads. Their heads aren't on there. Haven't used a lot of reddish colour, not reddish, crimson. Let's go with some crimson. What crimson can I use? Yes, I know exactly which crimson. Crimson Scarlet. Jarrett's the most decorated Aussie painter. If you want to get technical, that is not accurate. That is absolutely inaccurate, in fact. It's another well-known Australian painter who is far more decorated than Jared will ever be. And yes, it's Sebastian Archer. Mate, you're gonna have to be very fucking successful to be more recognised than young Seb. Now, he may be yesterday's hero, it's true. But he's still a legend. One of the greats. Far more humble than anyone else on this fucking stream. say this with all the love in my heart, Jared. I hope you are able to achieve the heights that Sebastian has. Oh, that's good stuff. I can imagine that. You're talking about the meetup that he hosted his business, mate. The one that is he's able to ban people from. Is that what you're saying? Okay, cool. Just checking. Alright. This is pretty much... I reckon these guys are about done. I don't think I need to do too much more with these idiots. Just some washes. Let's do the snake things in blue. Don't tempt me, Frodo. Don't tempt me, Frodo! Got a feeling that I'm going under, and I'll make it out alone. And I'll quit calling you my lover. Move on. You watch me hit it till I can't breathe. I'm without your hand. I'll be needing stitches. Still haven't seen June 2. Really gotta go and see it. I regretted not seeing the first one at the cinemas. I have played a lot of the board game though, Dune Imperium. So I know all about the characters. Well, I gotta have a chat to Benny about this Star Wars Unlimited. It looks like he is absolutely frothing it. Is it a game where you can buy whatever cards you want, or is it one where you have to like open boosters and try and get cards? Does anyone know the answer to that? What do you mean? So you open a packet and you're like, oh cool, here's Darth Vader, or yeah, they're fiends for it, mate. I know. They were on fucking Discord last night at fucking 12 o'clock, and Ben was streaming a digital game of Star Wars Unlimited. It's just silly stuff, mate. Just absolutely silly stuff. I don't know. I'm not keen on that model of opening boosters to try and get specific cards. That would annoy the fuck out of me, I think. I just want to be able to go, cool, this is the deck I would like to play. I would like to buy these cards, please. Now, mind you, the way that Marvel Champions works is every character that they release comes with cards that are usable for all of the 4 aspects. And so generally you want to buy everything they come out with, which is why I've spent like $1,000 on Marvel Champions. Now, it's great, I can build any deck I want, but that's how they get you. So, but I still prefer that over the opening boosters, because I would think that opening boosters would be one of the most highs and lows experiences you could ever have. You would just be desperate for a specific card, and if it doesn't come out, you'd just be devastated. And if it does come out, it would just feel amazing. Never played Magic. I wish I had, actually. I could probably be a pro Magic player right now. Instead, I was too busy getting incredibly good at games that have 0 payoff. Okay, let's go. Alright. So, a couple more colours and we'll be done. Get to use my favourite purple colour, Hexed Lichen. Pew, pew. Blackjack at the Star. I made a not insignificant amount of money playing blackjack at the casino in Brisbane. And in Melbourne, actually. Never won in Sydney, though. Never really had a win in Sydney. Melbourne, though. Cleaned house in Melbourne a number of times. Haha. It's a terrible idea, mate. Let's do it. Oh, mate, he's the managing director of a company. He'd just whip out the corporate credit card and go nuts. Don't need to play the employee super, mate. Just put that super on blackjack. I'll tell you right now, I did go to the casino. That was the first time I went to the casino in a long time and had a little dibble dabble on blackjack last week. And I remember why I stopped. Because it infuriates me when you have a guy anchoring the table, or girl, who doesn't know what they're doing, who's just like, yeah, the dealer's showing a 6. And they've got 15. And they're like, hit. And it flips 10. You're like, I bust. And then the dealer flips 10 to go to 16. And then 5 to go to 21. And you're like, look, mate, I don't want to say that you're bad at this fucking game, but if you don't go to another table, I may murder you right now. The number of times that if they just made the correct play, the statistically correct play, everybody at the table wins. And instead they went for the old, got a good feeling, got a feeling. How about go feel yourself at some other fucking table, mate? How's that sound? Fuck me. I didn't handle it well. And by didn't handle it well, I mean I didn't say a word and I just walked away and didn't think about it again until this very moment. But it's irritating. It's irritating. I'll say that much. Oh, Spira Poker. That is a table I could play at. Well, friends, I'm going to do a couple of washes and then I'm going to be finished with these guys. And I feel like that's been a productive evening. 8 models, hour and a half. And I'm flying to Sydney tomorrow. Can't wait. Yeah, so Sunday, definitely back streaming a display figure. All of the Chronicles of Drunagor monsters will be finished by them. Yeah, so I have literally 4 monsters. These 4 guys left. plus this dragon, and about 20 heroes. So the everything that I'm painting now, all of the monsters that I'm painting, are stuff that I actually use in the game. But everything gets used in the game. But I mean, the monsters there's a cool mechanic in the game where you get to choose what monsters you want to fight. You can randomize it, or you can just choose them. So I've just been slowly making my way through fighting against every different monster, just because I've painted them all. So I'd like to play against stuff that I painted. So yeah, so all of the monsters, the enemies, are completed, and yeah, so barring those 5 models, and that's it. That's the whole game done. Now there's a possibility, not a certainty, that I may go, and they came out with a really nice set of terrain bits, so like corridors or columns and other stuff like that. So I may purchase that. I'm gonna have a look at that later on tonight. Yeah, next stream's right up your time frame, mate. So I may buy those and paint those. I haven't come across any of those. I've got the chests painted, but yeah, there's like in some of the later campaigns, there's like columns and all sorts of cool shit. So Goshen Airbrush makes painting board games models like this, where you have very little, concern for the quality. Yeah, you know what I mean. It just makes it easy. These guys look sick. Like, they actually look super cool. And I've done fuck all. This game has some really cool little models, actually. I really like the models in this game. Nice scale. Nice design. I've enjoyed painting them. I'm also glad to be finished them. You want another quick run of it? Absolutely, mate. It would be my pleasure. Get ready. It's just like the Blade theme song, mate. Like, it's the start of the Blade. You can't go wrong. It's open season on all sockets. Look, friends, Jared requested it. It's not my own volition. It's not my own volition. I got to get around to adding the Camelot one with music because I upload one to one TikTok. Feel free to follow me on TikTok. I'm a fucking avid TikToker. I'm posting on there once every 6 months. It's just, I can't be stopped. I want to push the pram a lot. Look at that. I'll tell you what, for what is about 20 minutes work, to smash out 4 of those and have them look like that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Friends, it's been a pleasure. I'm off to bed. Have an early start. Back on Sunday. Enjoy. Look forward to seeing you all soon. Hopefully see you during the week, Jared or Timbo. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, have a fantastic week, friends. Big down.